तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहम् श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः. We have come to the last stanza of the song. Ramlal and a Brahmin official of the temple garden are singing. Sri Ramakrishna is listening with great joy. To whom shall Ganga Narayan pour out his tale of woe? Ha, friend, you might have understood had you but gone to Jamuna's bank to fill your water jug. Now we see in the end of the previous stanza, and with his flute note steals away my wisdom, life and soul. We discussed this, a very point of this, in our last class. Wisdom, these are the abstraction of yoga. The worldly wisdom will not help us to move in the spiritual world. It is an abstraction. We have to give up, we are acquainted, we are accustomed to use the wisdom in the worldly sense in the world. We are very clever people in the world. That has made us deprive of our spiritual awareness and spiritual knowledge. So this one time in our life, the buddhi visarjana will be there. The buddhi, the intellect, the mind goes on searching everywhere. The more it enters into the details of the scriptures and other things, here, there, now the internet is there, Google is there, people are busy in searching for the spiritual knowledge. The more they are entering into the deep forests of words, Shabdaranyam, Mahajalam. Into that they enter and get so much confused. They dump their mind with so many information which all belong to the external world. Of the transcendental, nothing can be told through words. Words fail to express even our feelings. What exactly I feel when I see a person suffering or my own child, it's very difficult to explain to others. And transcendental reality, which is beyond time and space and law of causation, doesn't apply there. To explain that, the words of the external world becomes in such a way that it gives a wrong understanding and wrong impression of the things. That's why Buddha started using the term of shunya, what we, the Vedantics, the Vedas called Purna. he started telling Shunya. Whatever you can think of, it is not that. It is not that, it is not that. Nothing, whatever you can think, whatever you can imagine, whatever you can understand, it is not there. Nothing is there. What is there cannot be explained. What you know is not there. So that term he uses, Shunya. Know that it is Shunya. Then you will reach it. This is Buddhi Visarjana. Giving up the all efforts to know through intellect. Then awakens the heart, the feeling heart. To feel, like the cockroaches and all, they have feelers when they move about. And the way in which they move about, everything they feel, and our heart, the feeling heart. We have three hearts: physical heart that pumps the blood, pertains to the physical body; feeling heart, much deeper, beyond the mind and intellect. I feel. The depth is quite deep. Feeling heart starts feeling the presence of God, feels the Brahman, which intellect cannot understand, which mind can never understand, which senses have no power to see. It is beyond sense perception, conception of mind, and discernment of intellect. Beyond that is the feeling. The feeling heart starts experiencing a kind of presence of the Brahman, presence of eternity. After that comes the innermost layer, the spiritual heart awakens to reveal us, to take us to the transcendental realm. There we get the real stuff, the hidden spirit. Life. When we say life, in the normal sense, life is pertaining to the physical life of the present life. Life continues after death also. Life doesn't end with the death. It continues to continue in some other body. In between also it's continuing without body. Life is continuing. Because same karmic load, same tendencies, the vasanas which we have acquired is continuing with the subtle body, Sukshma Sharira. It is not end. It is beginning of the next cycle. So this life alone ends. And to this life I am clinging to. I don't want to die. I don't want to suffer. So this clinging to life also is given up. Whether I am alive or not, it doesn't matter as long as I do not realize God. Everyone, even physical, worldly love makes this. If I don't get that person, I will die. The acme of longing. We long for external things and external objects which are perishable and temporary. Permanent, eternal substance is there, which is ocean of bliss. It never gives bliss, not even happiness. Momentary pleasures of the world. Behind that whole attention is there of man. So this infinite ocean of bliss you are, and it is within you. So here he is clinging to life for the sake of these few things of the world. Struggling and striving. Now he longs for eternal freedom. Life also becomes, oh, what if I am alive? Or what if I am dead? As long as I don't get God. When I was in Chennai, one small boy used to come. He used to sit, used to come inside my room, and the moment he comes, he'll forget me. there was a Krishna's idol in my room, which was brought for Krishnastami. He would go and sit in front of it and forget me. Then, long time pass. I have to go to the office. I go to the office, and sometimes he will get up after 1 or 2 hours and slowly comes to go home. I used to give him sweet, and he used to say, "No, don't give me anything." Then when I say, "Take it, this is prasadam," "No, all sweets taste bitter. If you don't get God, what is the use?" For a boy of 5th or 6th standard to feel sweet as bitter, you can imagine the clinging to life is coming, leaving. Oh, what if? What if? So this clinging to life also goes off, and soul is individual existence continuing with every life, the cycle of life. Soul is what holds the karmic bondage. The chit jada granthi is maintained by this existence of scholastic existence, independent of the spiritual being, spiritual existence that I am. So here he says, to whom shall Ganga Narayan, Ganga Narayan is the poet, the saint poet who has written this song. That I have been, the flute of the Krishna has stolen me. Now, whom shall Ganga Narayan pour out his tale of woe, grief? Why? What grief he has got? He has the wisdom, this, that. Everything has gone away now. The flute has taken it, carried away. And what is the woe, pain? Because he has not got Krishna. He has got, it is the sound itself has carried him away, but the vastu for which I wanted, for which I had given myself, has not been got. That pain, it has reminded, it has captured me, it has taken away, but the vastu, the object for which I am longing, I have not yet got that object. Ha, friend, you might have understood had you but once gone to the Yamuna's bank. If you have, whom shall I tell my grief? Because you cannot understand unless you go once and you get lost. Almost all saints, every saint's life, the latter part of the life is known to us. The sadhana part, the struggle they pass through in the early life, is unknown and will remain unknown to the world. It is between God and the other one. Silently, years after years, he cannot escape the external world of duties and responsibilities. All that he'll be doing like a mechanical machine. And then inner longing for God will be burning within. The fire is burning within. The mind is kept cool and calm, attending to the duties of the external world. So, once you would have gone, you would know it. To fill your water jar. Again they sang. This song ends with that. And then again they sang, high in the heaven of the mother's feet, my mind was soaring like a kite. The same two people are singing. Sri Ramakrishna is now the whole concept changes. The song to song, the trend, what is going to present is changing. High in the heaven of the mother's feet, My mind was soaring like a kite. When came the blast of sin's rough wind, they drew it swiftly towards the earth. Kites we fly. Children, childhood days, any little wind blows means the children are there in the street with kites. There are specific seasons, kite seasons, where the wind will be very strong. There will be competitions. In US also I saw varieties of kites. Some place we were going, that was kite season, and huge place, vast place. Hundreds and hundreds of people are with their kites, small and big. Some of the kites are as big as our building, this building. Multiple kites, one behind the other, tied to the same string. Varieties of things they do. High in the heaven of the mother's feet, my mind was soaring like a kite. Mother's feet. What was making the thought of the Divine Mother? The love, the wind of love. We see very often there is a wave coming in our minds. Every sadhaka passes through a stage when there is ups and downs in his bhavana, feeling itself. It is not dependent on the external world at all. External world and situation, they are almost not connected with so much, doesn't get bothered. Once the sadhana begins sincerely, sadhakatva awakens. The goal is fixed. Longing may not be there, but goal is fixed. I have to reach this. Just like a school going boy. In the beginning, he learns with ABCD, this, that and all. He is in play and learning. And when he go to higher classes, 4th, 5th and all, he starts finding it difficult. He cannot play, he cannot dedicate it for the studies, clash is going on. Still somehow he goes to higher school. When he goes to high school onwards, ending of high school, he feels, oh, I have to somehow finish this exam. Once I finish the exam and go to the college, there is much freedom. Once he goes to the college, responsibilities, the studies, the pressure of work, all this goes on increasing. And when he enters into college, oh, how will I come out? I have to somehow or the other finish this task. Now goal is fixed. When he entered the school, goal was not fixed. But when he is going to higher classes, now he first starts entering into the spiritual world, little here, there, hears from few people, hears some lectures, does some japa here, there, time. It is something like a time pass or something supporting his external life in the world. Then slowly comes understanding of the purpose of human life. What for I have been brought here by nature? What was the purpose for which I was brought? What I have to achieve? The time is going. What I have to achieve and what for the nature had given me my earthly, this human body. The purpose is defeated if I don't attain that goal. The goal of freedom, the goal to transcend the nature and go beyond. Then slowly he becomes aware of the goal and starts gazing at the goal. And as he gazes at the goal, the result of the goal attracts him more and more. Here, everything is momentary, everything is changing, everything is perishable. What to hold on to? Changing things, what to hold? Perishable things, how long to hold? Maybe wife and children, they are going to perish one day. Wealth, it is going to go away one day. Bodily existence, it is going to be destroyed. Nothing remains. Then, there's purpose for, now the life is going to end, I have to rush towards the goal. This, when he doesn't know much about the sadhana, he is getting acquainted with the sadhana, but the goal is fixed. When the goal is fixed, he becomes a sadhaka. The sadhakatva awakens. The aspirancy begins. I aspire for God. Begins the aspirancy, sadhakatva awakens in a person when the goal is fixed. Now, goal is something like a magnet, a magnetic needle. Always, whichever way you turn the compass, needle will be showing the north. You can turn the compass in any direction. You see, the needle alone is showing always the north. Like that, his vision is on the constantly. He is working, he is doing it through sadhana, everything. His vision is on the goal. This is sadhakatva. In sadhakatva, there he sees the waves coming up and suddenly falling down and going. Bhavanas raised to this such level. Few days he is able to constantly think of God and is finding great feeling of love and everything. Next, after a few days he sees his mind is running down towards the lowest thing of the bodily existence, of satisfying small desires of tongue or sight or going here, there, roaming about. He wants to go to Narmada or here and there, somewhere for a few days, change of place. We wonder how that longing and sitting for God at the feet of, give me your vision, give me your vision. I find it difficult to live. I love you. All that suddenly comes to the dawn. And where it has gone? Where was I? Where did I fall down? Again that weeping begins. Again slowly he raises with joy. These ups and downs constantly flow for a long time. The corners got slowly grounded, and the wave which is going like this, it will start going smoothly, little. Then it attains some kind of stability, sthirata, and then finally it goes in a small rhythm and tempo. And as it is moving, it is climbing slow gradient. The gradient is a spiral lift up. It slowly elevates the soul to higher levels of consciousness. Little by little spiritual experiences begin in his life. This course takes long time. Ch.09, one of the advanced sadhakas of those days, and we all take him as an enlightened soul now. He used to tell us about this. At least you have to struggle very hard for at least 12 years to get a genuine spiritual experiences. The genuine spiritual experiences begin after 12 years of some kind of discipline, strict discipline, and total giving yourself to the welfare of the world. As much you do the sadhana, so much work and activities to balance the two sides. Otherwise, it will start leaning towards one and losing the balance. Like a cycle, you are going by a cycle or a motorcycle, you cannot go on putting weight on one side. It has to be balanced by other side. If you put 2 kilos here on the cycle, I am going to put 2 kilos on the other side of the cycle also. So that it goes work and activities, interaction with people and love. Here, love of God and spiritual practices. They must go together in the almost same proportion. Small differences can be managed by tilting ourselves or sitting over the cycle. But large is difficult to manage. So I enter into total solitude is not possible, because modern times demands a balancing factor which we call Madhyama Pantha. Even Buddhist period, Buddha saw this, started telling his disciples and others, follow the middle path, follow the middle path. Don't go to the extremities. How he used to explain was the veena. If you tighten more, the string will break. If you loosen, it will not give the proper sound. So it must be tuned to the particular level where it is neither breaking away nor it is loose. Then it gives then you can tune to your requirement. So this balancing between the two, the work and the spiritual practices, the contact with the people and the love of God, love of world, love of God, activities, spiritual practices. These we go on balancing. How do we do balance? We see that we do not forget God during the activities, and we do not bring the thought of the work when we are sitting for meditation. This is the balancing factor, that this one is smoothly going. The sadhana is smoothly going. Calmly sit during sitting hours. Play when you play, work when you work. Study when you study. If you start doing something in some other place, like children sitting for studies, they start playing, then it creates lot of problem. So this balancing, this you see how the waves that is being told here, high in the heaven of mother's feet, my mind was soaring like a kite. When came the blast of sin's rough wind? What all I had done, acquired. Sin is not the karma phala here. The tendencies I have acquired, the momentum I have gained. That momentum, after putting the brake of the vehicle also, it runs through lot of distance. After putting brake, it runs at least 15 feet if the vehicle is in speed. Rubbing the wheel on the ground. If it is railway on the track, it runs 2 kilometers after putting the brake. Like that, the blast of the sin's rough wind that drew it swiftly downwards. This we see, the kite flow, who run the kites, they know. Suddenly it comes down. In Kannada they say, Gota Odiodu. The kite suddenly comes down. To make it, they run and pull the thread and run behind to lift it again. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.